So a lot of people want to know what my thoughts is as far as, does prison actually help? Does it actually help change people into being somebody they once was prior to when they first went to prison? So for this video here, I'm going to be answering y'all's question. I'm going to give y'all my input, and I'm going to let y'all know how I feel about it. So sit back, get ready, and enjoy this real spill. Let's do it. I'm the best, finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga, yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around, I'll bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with a lock. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2, cause violent first steps, finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. KFROG TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead now, do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be answering another one of y'all's questions, and I'm going to let y'all know how I feel and how I think it is, and just give y'all the best advice that I can. Okay? One thing I will let you know is this right here is my opinion, so your opinion may be different than mine, but at the same time, it is what it is. This is my real spill coming from me through my experience of what I went through, what I seen with my own eyes, etc., etc. All right? So people want to know, does prison actually help? You know, does it actually change people for the good? Does it actually do what it's meant to do? You know, believe it or not, prison is actually supposed to rehabilitate you and make you, you know, regular and better for society. You know, that's the whole reason that you get sent to a prison in the first place. A lot of people think you just get sent there just to do the time. Yeah, maybe people with long period sentences that may never be getting out, stuff like that. But at the same time, it's supposed to rehabilitate you, all right? Now, as far as does it actually work, I'm going to say it's a 50-50 chance, you know, depending on who you are, you understand? Because like I said, since it's supposed to rehabilitate you, it's supposed to break you down and build you back up, okay? So when you go there, if you're really not a bad person, if you're really not a criminal, and you really don't live that life, you just got caught up or was in the wrong place at the wrong time or slipped up and landed in prison behind something one of your friends did, or just being in a bad situation, you know, that landed you there, then 9 times out of 10, when you go to prison that one time, you might most likely not even go back to prison again, okay? So that might be a wake-up call for you. You get what I'm saying? It might make it to where you're like, oh, hell no, this ain't what it is. You know, I'm not trying to ever come back here again. It might make you be a straight arrow, okay? But that doesn't work for everybody, okay? You got some people that literally go to prison and become worse, you know? Then you got some people that go to prison and they don't become worse or better. They're just neutral. You know, it's just dead time to them. So when they get out, they're the same exact person. You know, they didn't learn shit. All they did was lose time, okay? And the reason I feel like it's like that is because not everybody goes to prison with their mind on bettering themselves. You understand? Not everybody goes there thinking like, okay, well, while I'm in here, I'm going to do what's best for me. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to prioritize certain things and put me in the right position to level up my life when I get out, because right now is dead time and I'm wasting these years while I'm still alive, okay? Not that many people plan like that, you feel me? But some of them do, you understand? Not me, for instance, okay? One thing I will tell you is, me going to prison, I won't say it made me better, you know, but I won't say it made me worse either. Because one thing it did do is it made me have patience. It taught me how to be patient and observe, okay? And don't jump the gun so much, you understand? But at the same time, when there's a bad side of you, that bad side is still there, you understand? And it's just a matter of time until something brings it out of you, you know? And I feel like if I wanted to went to prison, y'all want to be seeing these videos right now because I've probably been dead. Because before I went to prison, we were treating this shit like the Wild Wild West. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I needed that time to sit back and just observe, okay? By me learning the patience and by me observing, that right there is one of the key things that I can say prison helped me with. you know, because I've always been hot-headed. You see what I'm saying? And I was always so quick to just whatever happens, you know, let's do it. Let's get into it. Whatever it is. I always did what it was, and I'd worry about the consequences on the back end. Whatever happens, it is what it is. You know, now I realize to just fall back a little bit, you know, be a couple steps ahead of the game. But I've always been like that, you see, but it just taught me to ride it out a little longer, okay? Like, even though I had patience once upon a time, prison taught me to, right when you're about to like give in and have it with the patience, it taught me to just hang on a little bit longer. And by me doing that, I've made it through a lot more, you know, obstacles since I've been home from prison. You see what I'm saying? So I will say prison just made me observe more potential I already had in myself. You feel me? But as far as like make me a better person, I feel like there's no way that prison itself could have made me a better person, or prison could have broken me down and built me back up, because where I was, there was no rehabilitations, okay? Where I was at, where I did my time, it was a dog-eat-dog world. So at the same time, it was up to me, and it was up to my mindset to, you know, grasp, you know, what I can gain from this, what I can learn with this time. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people, it's not like that, okay? You got people that broke the law on the streets, that go to prison. They're not sorry for what they did. You know, they do it still in prison, and they get out and they'll do it again, you see? Because there's not really that much stuff that's trying to make them change. You get what I'm saying? It's literally just a big-ass facility with a big-ass fence around it. Looks like a college campus at some of them. Some other ones look like some damn war camps, you know, look like some like where they bring prisoners of war, you know, concentrate camps and stuff like that. But there's not really that much focus on changing them people. You know, it's more on there's so many of them. We get paid to house y'all here. You know, y'all are a tax write-off, so, you know, we keep y'all here with a gate around y'all. But they don't individually, you know, take time to teach and train and try to break everybody of their old habits. You get what I'm saying? So by me saying 50-50 is me on the nice end, okay? That's me just trying to, you know, be as equal as possible. In all reality, if I were to break it down on just how it was from what I seen, what I went through, how inmates, you know, were doing their time, and how many reoffended and went back to prison after getting out, I'd literally say 75% no, it doesn't make you better. It doesn't change you for the good. 25% yes. You see, that's my honest number. I say 50-50 though, just for y'all, because everybody's in a different place. You know, some places are different than others. You get what I'm saying? So there might be a lot of people that it don't change down here, but then prison might be better somewhere else and change a lot more people somewhere else around the world. You feel me? So that's why I just threw 50-50 out there. You get what I'm saying? But you got to be one of them people that want to change yourself. In all reality, you could do it without going to prison. Prison ain't got to be the place you go. If you want to better yourself, you can better yourself. Anything that you want to put your mind to and accomplish is there. Sky's the limit, you understand? So at the end of the day, the thing about prison, what makes people feel like prison's what changed them and made them better is, one, you got nothing but time on your hands. So it gives you the time to actually put them, you know, the pressure towards what you want to change and better yourself in, and what objects, you know, and objectives that you want to counter. You feel me? So that's why people feel like it's what's best, but really you have all the time. So the more things you're doing, the more occupied you are. The more occupied you are, the faster the time rolls. You get what I'm saying? Another thing that people feel like what makes people change is really people just get tired of what it's like inside a prison. You know, they don't want to go back and have to live like that again. They know how shitty inmates are treated. They know the differences in privileges, you know, and things that you're allowed and not allowed to have. You get what I'm saying? You got someone telling you when to eat, what you're going to eat. You got someone telling you when to shit. You got someone giving you toilet paper when they feel like giving you toilet paper. You can't open a refrigerator when you want. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things, you feel me, that you're not going to be around and not allowed to do because, you know, that's what comes with going to prison. You feel me? Your life is in their hands now, and they treat you how they want because you are now state property. You get what I'm saying? Think about it. You own a pair of shoes, I own a pair of shoes. At the end of the day, we're going to treat our shoes however the hell we want to treat them. They're my shoes. If I want to wash these motherfuckers all the time and keep them clean with no scuffs or no creases in them, then that's me. If you want to damage and dirty your shit 24/7, it's on you. That's the same thing with the system. The system owns these inmates. You feel me? So some of them, they may work harder on helping than others. Some of them, they might take care of them better than they do in other places. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, a lot of people really just don't want to go back to prison because of how boring it is, okay? How slow the clock feels like it's moving. Even though there's the same 24 hours in a day, whether it's me out here on the streets or it's you on the inside, we have the same 24 hours, okay? But at the same time, it's all on what you invest your 24 in that make your days fly compared to what I invest my 24 in that make my days drag and go so slow. So people really are just bored of prison, and they're tired of how slow it feels. That when they get out, they really don't want to go back to prison. But they didn't really learn their lesson, you know? So they're not scared to go back to prison. You get what I'm saying? If they were more into trying to scare people straight, I feel like a lot of people would try to, you know, not go back to prison as much. But they don't, you know? They don't try to scare everybody straight. People see scary shit and scary things happen to certain people. But once people see scary things happen to everybody else but them, they feel like they can make it through prison. They feel like this ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? And they feel cool about it, that they've seen some shit go down that didn't happen to them. And they feel like they a badass and they can't be touched. And at the end of the day, nobody's on their level and nobody can make their heart, you know, pump any fear and shit like that. But in all reality, they just never been physically pressured, you know, or had that type of shit go down to them directly. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like by seeing some shit go down and it not happening to you as much, I feel like that will put it in the back of your mind that you can hang with the big dogs. So prison ain't all that. You could do it again. Okay? Like, as dangerous as I know prison is, and I know how bad shit goes down inside of prison, do I think I could do another prison bid if I ever had to? Of course. I'm always going to feel like I can do something, you know, that I want to do, whether it's good or bad. You know, would I want to do another bid? Of course not. But if I had to go lay down, do I think I could? Yes, I could. Whether bad things come or go, whatever it is, I could still do it though. You get what I'm saying? And it isn't because prison is soft, or it isn't because prison's not bad. You know, it's just I know the type of person I am, you know what I'm saying? And I grew up looking at danger in the face and taking it head on all the time, you feel me? And I know how dangerous prison can be, you feel me? But the fact is I'm more wiser now because of the patience that I learned while being inside of prison, you see? But as far as it changing me for the good, no. I feel like I was always pretty smart and decent and swift up here, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't care to show it as much. And now that I'm getting older, I realized you can't get money and beef at the same time. Okay, before I went to prison, I was on that beefing shit and getting money shit at the same exact time. But one thing it taught me is a lot of things that once was beef was petty. You know what I'm saying? And it was just me putting my neck and freedom on the line to try to show a motherfucker not to play with me, not to test me, not to try me. You feel me? But you can't really do those two things at the same time. So now I just fall back and I gotta appreciate the fact that I have patience. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that if somebody ran up on me or something happened somewhere in the open or something went down that I'm not gonna handle up, because I'm going to handle up. But I'm not looking for it, you understand? And that isn't just because of going to prison. That's because you got to balance what you've had then when you were in your old ways compared to what you have now in your newer ways. And it just so happens that prison was in the middle of those two things. You feel me? So it's like, damn, obviously doing something right now that I wasn't doing before. You feel me? But me, I truly feel like if you're someone that went to prison and you learned, you weren't meant to be in prison then. You know, you just either are one of them lucky few that learned while going through your bid, you know, that shit broke you down and built you back up like it was supposed to. Or at the same time, you weren't meant to be in there. You feel me? Because there's people that go to prison back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back, like it's nothing. So that just shows that prison's a hit or miss as far as if it's going to do right by you and teach you to live the right way in society. You get what I'm saying? Because if prison was the way that it's meant to be and it did exactly what people think prison was meant for, then a lot of inmates would be doing right by prison. You feel me? That would make it to where when you come home, everybody's got it straight. Everybody's got a life set for them. Everybody's got things in order. They got it to where when they get out, they're not going back, you know, and it would just be like a little pit stop when you were living that bumpy lifestyle. You feel me? And you just bam. Now, okay, you got through that. Now it's straight drag from there. You feel me? But it isn't like that. Because the way you're treated in prison is the main reason why I feel like a lot of inmates don't want to go back to prison. But it don't scare them. You see? It's like you got guards. Instead of them teaching you what's right and making you see what you can overcome and how far you can get by doing positive shit and trying to keep your life on the right arrow, straight arrow line. Instead of them teaching you like that, instead the guards abuse their authority. You know, they're mean to inmates. You know, they're disrespectful. They're real hands-on at certain institutions. You feel me? So it kind of like makes people hate the law on the streets. Real officers or anything that's got any type of badge, any form of working for the system. It makes inmates, once they hit the streets and they become civilians, it makes them hate the law and break the law even more and be fully against officers at a whole just because correctional officers treated them like shit. You see what I'm saying? You'll have more people go to prison that was not a bad person in general, that just made a few mistakes or something, and they'll get worse inside of prison rather than go there and get better and learn from their mistakes, or rather than somebody who was bad goes there and learns their lesson and comes home and does right by them. You see what I'm saying? That's how you know it's like a world inside of a world. So it's you break the law, you commit a crime, you land inside of prison. Everybody knows this, right? But now while you're in prison, the same people whose job duty it is to supervise you and keep their eye on you while you serve the time for breaking the law, they break the law while supervising you and take it out on you for breaking the law. You see? That's why it's a never-ending cycle. You got people that get paid to watch criminals, right? But treat them like shit and break the law by doing criminal activity themselves while supervising somebody who's in there for breaking the law. See, that's what's so wrong with the world. You didn't get paid to break the law. Or maybe you did if you hit a lick or a robbery or a burglary or whatever it is. But at the same time, you're not getting paid cash to be inside of prison for breaking the law. But there is guards in there that are getting paid cash to watch you for breaking the law, but they break the law while doing that. So they're getting paid at the same time as breaking the law. What makes them better than the inmate, if you think about it, right? But that's how it is. That's why a lot of people come home and they reoffend, because that hatred builds up towards guards from the way they are treated by these officers inside of prison. Not all of them are flawed. Not all of them are crooked. Not all of them are a straight arrow either. You get what I'm saying? Some of them work by the book. Some of them don't. You feel me? But I feel like, this is my opinion, I feel like if the officers spent more time trying to actually help the inmates rather than abuse them, or rather than verbally or physically attack them, I feel like that could lean towards more people learning and changing for the good while in prison. You see, that's my opinion. That's how I look at it. You feel me? Now, someone who ain't been to prison is going to look at it totally different. Or someone who ain't been to the same institutions or dealt with the same type of prison guards that I dealt with at the same time are going to look at it different. You feel me? But at the same time, you got to understand it's different in all different places. You get what I'm saying? It don't matter if I'm at this camp Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and you're there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You know, your shit could still end up different than mine. Those are different shifts, different officers, you know, different playouts. You know, a guard might like me, but he don't like you. You feel me? So that's one of those things where everybody's bid is going to be a totally different experience. You get what I'm saying? But I truly feel like prison does not help people like it should. You know, there's a very small selective few that it does help. But I will say this. I feel like the ones it does help, you got, like I said, the ones who didn't even deserve to be there. The ones that, you know, it scared them straight off rip because they were in the wrong place at the wrong time. But there is a small minimum amount. Small minimum amount of ones that it helps that did need it. You get what I'm saying? But then again, boredom is one of the main reasons they don't want to go back to prison. Not because they're scared. They just don't want to waste their time no more. They don't want the guards telling them what they can and cannot do, when to do it. You feel me? They want to have, you know, the rights and the privilege of opening a refrigerator. You feel me? Using their own light switch. Eating ice cream. Having ice. Go swimming. You know, there's certain things that you miss while you're in prison. You know, like me, I missed fruit. I missed eating fruit a lot. I missed going swimming. There were certain things that, even though you can get anything you want inside a prison, it's still not the same. You get what I'm saying? Like pickles. You know, you get pickles inside a prison. You have pickles on the streets. The ones you get inside a prison come in a little bag, so they're room temperature. Growing up, we had pickles in the refrigerator. So as I grew up, I like pickles cold more than I do at room temperature. Not saying I didn't eat the ones at room temperature, but I definitely noticed the difference from eating them cold to eating them at room temperature. You get what I'm saying? And these are things that make you want to stay out there. You know, it's things that you can have access to by staying on the streets yourself. So it has nothing to do with prison. Prison alone isn't the reason that people change and do not go back there. You feel me? That's how I feel. It's just, you can literally lock yourself in the house and do just as much as studying and use just as much self-awareness amongst yourself and learn every single thing that was inside a prison you could do in your mind inside of your own home, and it will make it to where you start living a better path. You just have to stay away from the bullshit while trying to overcome the bullshit of the lifestyle that you're used to living. You feel me? And when you're in prison, it isn't like you're out of sight, out of mind, but you're around other people and there's other problems now. You get what I'm saying? If not, more problems inside a prison around you than you had on the streets that you were trying to escape in the first place. See what I'm saying? Now, this is just my opinion, y'all. Like I said, everybody's opinion is going to be totally different. But that's what the comment section's for. So y'all drop in the comment sections and let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think prison actually betters people? Do you think it does what it's supposed to do? Who knows? It might be different where you're from, but this is how it was where I was from. Felt like doing this video because, like I said, I'm starting to answer people's comments. When people want me to do a video on certain topics and they ask me certain questions, I get to it as quickly as possible, but there's so many of them that, you know, I'm only one person. You feel me? But anyways, y'all drop in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. This is my opinion. I'd say 50-50 depending on where you come from. But if I had to go with Florida's results, I'd say 75% it does not help. 75% of the inmates that are down here do not learn a lesson while going to prison. Only 25% are going to do something better when they get home from prison. And this is just my numbers, okay? This isn't the actual numbers. If you look up Florida's statistics rates and stuff. No, this is just me, my opinion, because a lot of times even shit online be wrong. You feel me? I can't go off of the internet, you know, when there's a lot of people that are in prison that are reoffenders that don't deserve to be there, that didn't do nothing to land back there. You know, there's a lot of innocent people that are back in prison. There's a lot of guilty people that are on the streets, you know, so I can't go off of real statistics off of online, because there'd be a lot of false, you know, people locked up. There'd be a lot of false indictments and different shit. You feel me? So I go off of my own opinion from how I know what it's really like inside, okay? But anyways, y'all, that's all I got for y'all today, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in, like I always say. Y'all don't forget to check us out on KFROG Game. And if y'all want to hang out, we'll be over there streaming on the game. Y'all just stay tuned, man. I got another video dropping here in the next couple days. At the end of the day, man, you know, I do this shit for y'all. I do my gaming channel for me, but when I do these prison videos and stuff, I do it for y'all. If you don't believe me, just notice how long I've been dropping the same prison content. You feel me? I want my videos to help people. I want people to learn, even if it's one line out of the whole 30-minute videos I be putting together. If it's one sentence, if it's one line that helps somebody and locks in somebody's head, then hey, I'm happy with that. You feel me? But I just want y'all to know that I do this shit over here for y'all. This is our channel. Anyways, man, I appreciate y'all watching, like I always say. Now, before I go, what do I always tell y'all? Make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, clout chasers, lying-ass motherfuckers on YouTube, people who ain't got shit to show for nothing, motherfuckers that'll just tell just to tell because they know they're certified tattletellers. Boy, you know what I'm saying? Keep them out your circle. Till next time, you already know this, the one and only. I am my team, Frog.